Yotsuya Yusuke easily defeats a goblin, and Iu notes he has gotten stronger. They spot a log point and Yusuke decides to check it out. Yusuke sees a memory, where Iu breaks down in tears, as she hugs Kusue intimately, and he's stunned to see Iu so vulnerable. Out in the real world, Yusuke is taking a jog but then, he receives a call from the game master, who tells him that the success of their next mission depends on his ability to hit on a specific girl. Following his instructions, Yusuke heads to a different school, and while in the girls' bathroom, he stumbles upon a disturbing scene, 3 girls bullying another girl and filming it. Afraid that the video might be leaked online, causing the victim to suffer even more and endangering the mission's success, Yusuke takes the girls' phones and breaks them. After helping the victim, Yusuke walks her home and learns that the bullies targeted her because of a misunderstanding that occurred while she was streaming with one of the girls. She tells Yusuke about a mobile game called One Star, which trains male idols, and suggests that he try it out, to better his character. Despite feeling like he's wasting his time, Yusuke decides to give it a shot. Suddenly, Yusuke, along with his fellow gamers Kusue, Iu, and the girl he saved, Tokitate, finds themselves teleported to another world. The game master appears and spins a roulette, which assigns Yuka the role of a fire wizard. The game master also informs the group that they now have 40 seconds to revive each other, instead of the usual 30, and gives them a new quest, to traverse 5% of the map and deliver the goods to Raid Orbo. When Tokitate meets up with Yasuke Yotsuya, she calls him a pervert and explains how the girls whose phones were broken suspected him of being a pervert, who installed hidden cameras in the girls' bathroom. Yusuke can't explain himself, so Iu and Kusue keeps their distance from him, thinking he's really a pervert. As they walk, Iu questions Yuka, if she really thinks Yasuke is a pervert, and Yuka reveals that she tries to behave in a way that won't result in her being bullied. When she was targeted by her classmates, she tried to blame Yotsuya, to make him a common enemy and get in good terms with the girls. This would allow her to bond with her classmates, who tried to bully her. And since she wouldn't meet Yasuke again, she thought it was fine, as she's pretty much stuck with her classmates. Iu understands, and Yuka is surprised that Iu can relate, stating that Iu doesn't look like one to get bullied. Iu mentions how she'll stop bullies, whenever she sees them, despite the risk of getting hurt, or even losing her friends. Yuka is impressed and thinks Iu is cool. After a long day, the group reunites and they're still keeping their distance from Yasuke. But suddenly, a giant bug falls from the sky, and a centipede emerges from its body. The creature unleashes a barrage of pillbugs, which quickly overwhelm Yusuke and Iu. Yuka sees this as her chance to become the magical girl she always dreamed of being, but since she's level 1, her magic only makes her wand a bit hotter before she's quickly killed. Yusuke revives, confused about why the girls treat him like a pervert despite his heroic actions. He recalls Yuka's advice on how to be popular with girls and begins to wonder if he's just a loser who can't win anyone's affections. Frustrated, he decides to bide his time, and see if Iu was really talking about him, when she mentioned her crush on someone in school. Yusuke puts his chef skills to use, cooking up a plan to defeat the pillbugs. He then mounts the centipede and starts chopping off its legs, gradually immobilizing it. Since they can't wield each other's weapons, he asks Kusue to lend him her sword. Together, they take down the centipede and their ranks soar to 7 and 6, respectively. Later that night, Iu dreams, she replays a memory from her past when she lost her temper and got into a physical altercation with a boy. She had won the fight, making the boy cry, and running away. That's when she met Sayuri, an older girl who took her under her wing. They became close friends, but tragedy struck when Sayuri died in an accident. Iu wakes up from her dream to find Yusuke lifting weights. She feels disoriented and out of sorts, and Yusuke notices that something's off. He brings up the moment when Iu had broken down in tears in the memory at a log point. She asks why he brought it up, and calls him observant, but then, all of a sudden, she quickly grabs Yasuke's hand, and asks for his help. And with that, we conclude this episode.